Hey guys, it's Beth, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Renegade Platinum Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we unfortunately lost our starter Pokemon, and have been grinding ever since. Not ideal. Not ideal, I will say. It's not particularly fun. Oh, hey, at least we get an evolution. That's good. I love Breloom. Breloom is one of my favorite Pokemon. One of my favorite grass types, at least. Just a little raptor. Mushroom raptor. They're fun. What's 40 times 1.5? Is that 60? It is, okay. I think let's get rid of Leech Seed. I think that's the best option for us. Because I would like to keep Mega Drain on it because of, Technician. And yeah, today's episode is mainly just going to be more grinding, because, well, not much else to do, other than get everything grinded. Oh hey look, it's my two water-type options, Finneon or Krabby. I chose Krabby even though Finneon would probably be better for being a water-type, because Krabby and Kingler have absolutely obscene attack stats. Like, hold on, let me just quickly pull up. Grip is level 10. Grip has 24 attack. Like, look at the rest of my Pokemon real quick. And think about that. It's already that high in terms of attack power. Also, I just realized I should probably teach it more moves. It can probably learn Aerial Ace. Oh, I also probably could have used Wingull instead, which may have actually been better. But that's hard to say because Grip does have that attack stat, and honestly, that's what we need. I love that we are slowly getting a fully physical attacker team, but, like, there's not much I can do about that. Like, the best thing would just be, you know, not losing Pokemon, but I'm not good at that. Oh geez, we are not going to take that out on our own yet. Slowpoke would have also been a good water type to get. That typing is strong, it's got really good stats. Yeah, I can't complain. Since we are essentially doing a podcast episode, because all I am doing is grinding, let's have, like, a little topic to talk about. And, you know, why not talk about Pokemon since we are playing it? Just a couple days ago now, the Pokemon Presents happened. It happened while I was at work, so I didn't get to watch it or react to it or anything. But it seemed fairly underwhelming aside from the reveal of, like, Scarlet and Violet DLC. Surprisingly, there was never, what's it called? Any DLC for Legends Arceus, which is weird to me, but hey, like, whatever. And honestly, it had a certain thought for me, which was, I did not ever fully finish Sword and Shield. Like, you guys saw on the channel, like, that is as far as I've ever gotten in Sword and Shield. I've never done the DLC, and I've never actually caught Zacian or Zamazenta. I've never, like, fully done it. And I never beat or got any further in Legends Arceus. And I still haven't returned to Pokemon Scarlet since when I last played it on the channel. And honestly, I don't feel a super big drive to. Me and a friend were talking about this earlier, and about how Pokemon on the Switch is the era of best Pokemon games in theory. Where, yeah, like, all of these games should be fantastic, but there's just so many things holding them back, to a point where it's getting hard to, like, overlook their flaws. I mean, like, look at this. I'm playing a ROM hack of Platinum instead of just playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. I think that kind of exemplifies what, like, one of the main things here is, like, instead of recording off of my Switch, I'm recording on my computer, or, like, I'm playing a ROM hack. I'm not playing, like, the most up-to-date version of this game, technically. And why is that? It's not because Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl on their own are terrible. It's just that they're alright, but you wish that there was more there. It's like, Legends Arceus, it's a pretty fun and good game, but, like, was there ever any more to it than what happened in the first hour? Like, at least in my experience, no. Is there anything drawing me to come back to Sword and Shield, like, years later? No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it just feels like modern Pokemon has gotten to a point where it just feels incredibly rushed. And, like, I understand, like, it's completely out of the devs' control. Like, I'm 100% I feel like I'm one of the more reasonable Pokemon fans as of late, because of, like, how dreadful everything has been since, like, frickin' Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, frankly. Like, the community was not happy with those games, and it's just gotten sadder since with, like, Let's Go and Sword and Shield. It's just, like, I'm not a big, like, I'm not a big person for, like, graphics. I'm not a graphics snob. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't really care about the graphics in my games as long as they look alright. And honestly, this is fine for me, so Pokemon being in full 3D is kinda, like, a novelty in and of itself still. And, like, it's just gotten to a point where thinking about it is just like, I don't care as much about new Pokemon as I used to care about old Pokemon. When was the last time, like, I think the last time that I beat a Pokemon game on release was Pokemon Sun. I beat that game day one, as soon as it came out. I think I heard someone at my door. Nope, I was just going insane. Good. I was like, that can't be right. Everyone is working today. So, I don't know. Maybe we got a package or something. I should probably check after this. But, yeah. It's like, the last Pokemon game that I beat on launch was, Pokemon Sun. And the last Pokemon game that I beat in general was, like, probably also Pokemon Sun. Since I beat Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon with Evan, we did a Soul Link of that on our own time, years upon years ago now. And we still didn't do, like, Rainbow Rocket or anything, so I never actually experienced the full thing. And that's kind of strange. I mean, I guess actually, no, I don't think I've ever actually beaten Let's Go either. I think I just enjoy it immensely. Because I spend most of my time in that game just, like, goofing around and shiny hunting. Eventually I should play that for the channel. That is a good game. Despite what everyone says, Let's Go is a fantastic game. And honestly, like, I've enjoyed every Pokemon game that's been released. There's not a Pokemon game that I dislike. It's just that I feel so bad for the people working on them right now, because just straight up, you know that they do not have the time or energy to do what they want to do, and that all of these ideas that they have are not being fully realized to what they want them to be. Like, do you think that they wanted Scarlet and Violet to launch like that? No. And with the anime, like, coming to a close, you would think that, like, maybe they'd finally delay it so that, like, since you don't need the game to match the anime anymore, you don't need the new merchandising immediately, maybe take some time and, like, let it rest and let the devs fully work on something. It takes a long time to make a modern game. I feel like Pokemon's transition into 3D may have been a mistake in the long run, because it doesn't seem like the games have ever performed very well when it's been in 3D, and I don't know if they fully know how to optimize for it. Like, you can see, like, that games since Gen 4, when they added, like, 3D elements, it has not run seamlessly in a long time. So, like, I don't know, I feel bad for the devs. That's realistically what it is. I feel bad for the devs, and, like, the quality of the games, like, I have fun with them. I think that they are good, but you can also tell it's just like, man, I wish they were able to work on this longer. Finding out that there were supposed to be, like, actual buildings and rooms and towns in Scarlet and Violet, and that they got cut because, you know, they're still in the game's code, they're still there. The fact that people found them means that they were working on them, and it got cut because they didn't have time to make the inside of a frickin' building. They did not have the time to be able to populate that world with stuff. It's awful. It is genuinely awful. I hate how the company has operated it, and it's just been like, yeah, sure, whatever, just, you know, we just have the, like, one of the most profitable media franchises, and, like, with a consistent revenue stream from a League of Legends clone, and Pokemon Go, which is still one of the most popular, like, apps in general, and it makes boatloads of money. It's not like we could ever stop for more than 5 minutes to develop a game. No, that would be a bad idea, apparently. Like, you can make Pokemon plushies of the exact same Pokemon for years, and I will still buy them. Do you know how many Bulbasaurs I own? Bulbasaur was invented in the 90s. I wasn't invented in the 90s, and I still have Bulbasaur plushes. I have Bulbasaur plushes from the 90s. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why. Like, they need to, like, scale back their ambitions, or, like, take, like, extra time to develop their games. It's just sad at this point. Like, looking at Pokemon Scarlet and Violet really just shows, like, wow, this could have genuinely been the best Pokemon game of all time, and it just isn't because there are so many issues at launch and so many issues that are never going to be resolved. Because, like, they're not going to be able to come back to it. They're probably already working on the next game as we speak. They were probably working on the next game while that game was in development. Like, it's just sad. It's just sad. Genuinely, like, crunch is one of the worst things that afflicts the video game industry. And Pokemon is such a large brand, and it's such a huge example of crunch. And at one point, they're gonna burn out, like, entirely. At some point, there's going to be something that's just indefensible in terms of release, and they just are going to need to fully reassess themselves. Like, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft had to do that, and, like, you do not have to hand it to Ubisoft for basically anything. The fact that they eventually saw that doing yearly Assassin's Creed was bad, and that it was destroying their devs and destroying their sales, like, and the fact that they've made, like, consistently good Assassin's Creed games ever since they've been able to, like, take their time between them, maybe take that lead as an example. Maybe, like, spend more time on this. It's not like you're going to make any less money, like, by not constantly releasing. Like, debatably, you will make more money by having games that people, like, just are able to love without, like, any, like, asterisks onto it. You don't have to worry about the game being broken or getting bad reviews, or that is a shiny Bidoof. Wow. Third shiny of the series, let's go. Frankie. This is another potential water type as well. That just derailed everything that I was thinking about. Support indie devs. Buy Celeste right now. Go buy Hollow Knight. Buy Hollow Knight Silksong when it releases, eventually. Go buy Pizza Tower. Support the games that you want to see more of. Like, genuinely. Because, like, the games industry has become something entirely different than it was from when I was a child playing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and it's odd to see it. And that's kind of like why I want more indie devs to do more games in general. I want to see more indie RPGs, especially indie RPGs inspired by Pokemon. Like, I would eventually like to see Temtem do something. I don't even think it's a game, to be perfectly honest. I think it's a psyop meant to, like, convince me that Temtem is real, but we all know it isn't. Yeah, that's basically what we're on today. Because Pokemon is, like, this is the most fun RPG to me. This is, like, what I have fun with the most. I adore Pokemon's playstyle, I adore the designs and everything, and I think another company could come along and do a very similar thing, and it would be great. And, you know, more competition leads to better things for the industry, just in general. So, yeah. Buy Celeste. Everyone play Celeste. And then, take estrogen. Then play Hollow Knight, and take, progesterone. I'm going insane, if you haven't been able to tell throughout this whole entire rambling session. But this is where I'm going to end it for now, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!